you, I'd have thought a setting like this would take the urgency out of business.
Like so many other things, urgency is an attitude of mind. Well, do you have a problem you want to discuss?
Several questions. Earlier today, I was on the phone to Simon McLean,
And he wants to know why I haven't put in a bid for McLean Leisure.
That's right.
The answer's right here. Share price continues to fall.
Well, yes, but I...
Sarah, I'm sure I don't have to say this, but our plans for that takeover do stay within these four walls, don't they?
You're right, you don't have to say. But I think you should know that Ken Masters is still rooting...
Ken Masters won't get the money that he wants. At least not from Sir John Stevens.
How can you be so sure, Charles?
Sir John was careless enough to mention the fact the other day.
Oh, you mean he wanted you to know?
Oh, yes. And you can be quite sure that my father is behind it somewhere. But time will tell.
Yes, well, Ken may have fallen out with Sir John, but that won't stop him.
Where else does Masters turn to for his money? His shareholders? Doesn't have time for that.
A week ago, he mentioned Alan Parker.
And what's in it for Parker?
Real estate on Guernsey, surely that's enough.
And an errant daughter cozily back with her husband, perhaps?
No, I don't see that, to be honest.
I thought Leo Howard had been offered a job with us.
Offered, yes.
Offer again. Offer more.
Well, what about the World Powerboat Championships? He's keen to race, and we need drivers to match the leisure cruise team.
Team?
Well, yes, they've got one driver, if not two.
Get on to him. Get back to me when you've signed him up.
Very well. I've got another appointment at 3, so if you'll excuse me.
Well, I told her she was more than just a pretty face.
Yes. Or is it her loathing of Ken Masters that motivates her?
Not at all. This is the first opportunity she's had to show her talent.
Did you come by car?
Yes, I have a meeting with Charles Frere this afternoon about leading a design team.
You're accepting?
Yeah,
Tom, that's wonderful.
but I'm a bit nervous about working with another Frere.
Oh, dear. Now, psychologists would probably say that I'd engineered this situation.
Pardon?
Just to get your opinion.
I'm not with you.
La-la!
I don't understand. I mean, a few days ago, you were borrowing money. What's going on?
It's a present from Edward.
Jan.
Now, Tom, I know what it looks like, but you don't know the whole story.
Look, Jan, it doesn't matter how many times you say no to him. Accepting presents like this car is going to make him think you mean yes.
Look, I know you and Edward don't get on, but he really
That
doesn't...
has got nothing to do with it. Come on, get in. You need a bit of a talking to, my girl.
I thought you were seeing Charles Frere.
Oh, that'll keep.
Oh.
Hello, Abby. How are you?
Fine. Charles, I've come to ask you a favor.
You called me Charles.
Yes. It took some courage.
Oh, I'm not complaining, believe me. In fact, I rather like it. Can I get you a drink?
Thank you, yes, something soft.
What was the favor?
Jan Howard is shooting her new leisurewear collection. It's après-sale, and I said I'd ask if she could use one of the Relton boats.
Yes, I think I can arrange that.
I'm not the photographer. I prefer people to the clothes they wear. Is that still okay?
Yes, of course it is. I might even have a surprise for you.
And as for my own work, I think I'd like to mount that exhibition we spoke of in the warehouse at the Arts Centre.
Tell me more.
My view of Tarrant life, rich to poor, high to low.
Oh, take care. People don't like to see the truth about themselves.
That's what Jack Rolfe said. But he also went on to say, what's life without a few enemies?
Well, he should know. Cheers. How do you find living at the lodge?
It's easier than Highfield. But I can't help getting impatient.
Well, that's certainly a Freer characteristic.
Waiting for Edward to reach an agreement with the Hudson family.
About William. Yes. Abby, I'm sure you're aware that my father and I have very little time for each other, but...
I think that's stupid.
I was going on to say that, in spite of our differences, if he says he'll sort out the custody arrangement, that's exactly what he'll do. Excuse me. Fiona, has Tom Howard arrived yet?
Not yet, Mr. Freer.
Ah, I see. Abby, have you had lunch?
Yeah. No.
Tell Cook that Mrs. Hudson will be staying for lunch.
Yes, Mr. Freer.
I put the food in the fridge. Haddock pie, cod steak, and seafood casserole.
Look, Kate, I've got nothing against fish. But whatever happened to the butcher?
Heaven help us, you're feeling sorry for yourself.
Hey, mind the cabin! Jack will never forgive us if we scratched his varnish.
Yes, he's probably watching us at this very moment.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what worries me. Come on, down a bit. Down more. Down you come. That's it.
Right.
Down.
OK, I'll go and pull the prop shaft back a bit.
Right. Hold it there. I'll leave it to you, right? Engine's on our bed.
OK, let's test it for length.
Right.
That's about it.
You know, if we could get this boat sorted out before Jack gets back, then... Well,
Then it won't look as though we've been tinkering. It'll look as though it's been done by magic.
So, this is your idea of convalescence, is it? Keeping your eye on the mermaid and within striking distance of a pub.
This is Britain, Kate. Everywhere's near a pub.
I wanted to see how you are myself. So, I want a full report.
I know why you're so concerned about my ulcer.
Why?
You gave it to me.
Well, I will say this for you, that you aren't actually in the Jolly Sailor, and I see no cigar in your hand.
Do you plan on coming here every day?
Certainly, if necessary. Have you managed to stay away from work completely?
It's not been easy, Kate. You never know what they're up to over there.
So what are they up to?
Have a look. Have a look.
Leo, Alan Parker's PA on the phone for you.
I don't want his PA, I want the man himself.
Look, softly, softly. Fix a meeting. I'll brief you about Landcrest and how we can draw him in.
Leohard. I see. Now, listen, I've been trying to get hold of him all day. I know he's busy. I'm busy. What? Well, you might have had the courtesy to tell me that in the first place. Well, when you next speak to him, perhaps you'd pass my message on. It's still the same. Will he ring me?
He's in Portugal.
Yes, I really admired your tact, Leo.
Listen, Ken, I know Parker better than you do. He likes toughness. Don't worry. I'll get to him.
Well, make sure you do, because without him, we can forget all about racing powerboats.